I'm going to take you through an example of the end of credits for a digital documentary, which includes the script references, the music references, and the image references in that order. So let's start with the script references. And this is similar to the reference list that you did for your essay in Assessment 2. We're talking about references for text information from articles, in newspapers, from journals, from web pages, that kind of thing. So you studied this in an earlier indie work in preparation for completing your essay. Let's review a little. You remember that it's in alphabetical order. Okay. Usually by the last name of the author, such as you can see here, Govan. But in some cases, there's no author listed, and so like here, you give the name of the organization or the government department that created the website. Remember that you give the last name first of the author, and then the initial of the first name, okay, when you have writers. This is interesting. We look at the second entry. We have two authors, Bengali S and Mustaqim R, and you notice between them we have an ampersand, which is the symbol for and. That's the standard use. Right. After the name of the author, or in some cases the organization, we have the year, and in some cases we have the date of publication, okay, the year or the date. If a website is likely to change, then it's a good idea to include the date that's listed on the website. But in any case, do try to make sure that you get the year of publication, which is important. Of course, in some cases, the year might be missing, and in that case, you might recall that you write ND, meaning no date, which shows that you did look for it and it wasn't there. Then we have the title of the article or the information of the web page. Okay. Retrieved from, and then we have the link, the web page link if you've gotten it from the internet. This makes it easy for anyone who's interested in your information to follow up and access it quickly through the link. Okay, so this is review. Obviously you can create these through an online tool like citationmachine.net or from the ELC website, the reference creator, but it's good to know the structure, what a proper citation looks. In this case, remember, there are different styles, so, IEEE or APA or MLA. Just follow what the online tool will give you in terms of formatting. Let's look at the music references now. Okay, and in this case, two tracks, music tracks were used by the same composer. So we have Tiso B and Tiso B. So Tiso is the last name, and then B is the initial of the first name. Okay, and then as you can see, we have ND, no date. I guess there was no date given for when this track was composed or put up there. Then we have the names of the music tracks, in this case Memories. Okay, so the title of the music track, in this case November, that's not the date, that's the name of the music track. Then we have the source, where is it from? Okay, it's often required. And then the format of the music track. Retrieved from, yes, and then as usual we have the web page link if it's from the internet. Okay, do keep in mind that you should look carefully at the page, because in some cases they do tell you they want you to include some other information, and it's good to follow their instructions, right? Okay, now let's look at the image references, the last piece of the end of credits. Now, image references are a little different from the other references, you can see that they're not in alphabetical order. Okay. They're generally put in the order that they appear in your work, in the digital documentary or some other work, just for easier identification in that case. So that's one difference. Another difference is that the web page where the image is located generally specifies what information you should include. So if we look here, it says the photographer and then the photograph, and so we have the last name and the initial of the photographer, and then we have the name or title of the photograph. Okay, so but if you look at the next one, it just has the name of the photograph, and that would have been specified on the website where the image was located. So look at the web page and put the information that they ask you to put. Righto? Notice that in this case, this is a real name, cleared, and then the initial J, but down here we have the wolf. Okay, so it could be a pseudonym or some kind of nickname. E pluribus Anthony, again, is not a real name, I believe, and so you put the name that they specify, not some proper name that maybe somehow you found out, but what they tell you on the web page. Then we have the retrieval date, okay, from, and then we have the link, as usual, the web page link, and we finish with the copyright licenses. Now, you studied these in the student notes and on the PowerPoint, okay, so in this case, we have the short forms, the abbreviations like non-commercial, right? Okay, but if you look at the next one, we have CC 01.0. So again, this information comes from the website. This is, I think, a Creative Commons license 1.0. So what format you put the copyright licenses in, often the web page will let you know where you find the image. Okay. So that's basically what image references look like. Remember, they're not usually in alphabetical order, in the order that you put them in your own work. And those are the three parts: the script references, the music references, and the image references. So I hope that helps you.